Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. My name's Ellis and I'll be your host for today's general knowledge quiz. There are 100 questions in this quiz, and at the end of the video we'd love you to let us know how many points you scored out of 100. And those points translate to Quiz Class awards. Whether you're a quiz champion, master, enthusiast, apprentice or explorer, we'd love to know, so let us know how you rank in the comments at the end of the video. Today's lineup then, we've got questions on pictures, true or false, history, iconic people, pop culture and geography. And we're going to start the quiz today with our picture round. You're going to have 15 questions, all with a picture to aid you. Good luck. Here's question 1. Which of the following countries has hosted the Summer Olympic Games on the most occasions? Germany, England or the United States? The answer is the United States. Question 2. Which planet is the largest? Jupiter, Neptune or Saturn? The largest planet in our solar system is Jupiter. Question 3. In which US state is the Grand Canyon located? Arizona, Colorado or Nevada? The answer is Arizona. Question 4. Which of the following is Australia's capital city? Sydney, Melbourne or Canberra? The answer is Canberra. Question 5. Which city has the highest population? Delhi, Mexico City or Tokyo? The answer is Delhi. Question 6. Who is the renowned painter of the Scream? Edvard Munch, Pablo Picasso or Vincent van Gogh? The answer is Edvard Munch. 7. In the periodic table, what is the symbol for lead? AU, FE or PB? The answer is PB. 8. Which of the following US presidents served during World War II? Dwight D. Eisenhower, Franklin D. Roosevelt or John F. Kennedy? The answer is Franklin D. Roosevelt. That's question 8. Hope you're keeping up so far and enjoying the quiz. Next, we're moving on to question 9. Which primary hue is absent from the RGB model? Blue, red or yellow? Well, the RGB model is red, green, blue, so the missing hue is yellow. 10. What value is the square root of 16? 4, 6 or 8? The answer is 4. 4 by 4 is 16. Question 11. Which nation produces the most coffee globally? Brazil, Colombia or Vietnam? The answer is Brazil. 12. What is the name of Saturn's largest moon? Europa, Io or Titan? Saturn's largest moon is called Titan. 13. How many oceans are there on Earth, counting the Southern Atlantic? 4, 5 or 6? The answer is 5. 14. What American city is famous for its cable cars? Los Angeles, New York, or San Francisco? The answer is San Francisco. Question 15. What is the Japanese currency? Is it won, yen, or yuan? The answer is yen. 16 is going to be the first question in our true or false section. The Harry Potter novel with the longest title is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Is that true or false? The answer is false. It's Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. True or false, Stonehenge is a large Neolithic monument located in Wiltshire, England. The answer is true. 18. Mount Fuji is the largest active volcano in the world. Is that statement true or false? Mount Fuji is the largest active volcano in the world. That is false. It's Mauna Loa. 19. Helium has the atomic number 1. Is that true or false? Helium is not the first atomic number, it is hydrogen, so that is false. France is the capital of Paris. Is that true or false? And we're on question 20. I wonder how many of you didn't reread the question, slipped up. That is false. Paris is the capital of France, not the other way around. 21. The only visible man-made structure from space is the Great Wall of China. That is false. Even the Great Wall of China isn't visible from space. After birth, the human brain continues to develop. Is that true or is that false? That is, of course, true. Question 23. Compared to the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty is taller. True or false? That is true. The Statue of Liberty is taller than the Eiffel Tower. 24. More than half of the oxygen in the world is produced in the Amazon jungle. True or false? More than half of the oxygen in the world is produced in the Amazon jungle. That is false. It's about 20%. Mount Everest is shorter than the tallest mountain on Mars. Is that true or false? That statement is true. Question 26. Over 10 blinks per minute are typical for an individual. Over 10 blinks per minute are typical for an individual. That is true also. Question 27. Antarctica is the natural home of penguins. That is true. Question 28. The Louvre Museum is home to the Mona Lisa. True or false? That is true. The Louvre Museum in Paris is home to the Mona Lisa. 29. There are three main blood types in the human body: A, B, and O. That statement is false. There are four: A, B, AB, and O. Question 30. Laika the dog was the first animal to travel into space. This is our last true or false question before we move on to another section of questions. What do you think? True or false? The answer is true. Laika the dog was the first animal to travel into space. Now we're going to have some questions on history. Good luck. Which Norse god is a giant who represents catastrophic fire? Bor, Logi, or Vulcan? The answer is Logi. Question 32. Which 1389 battle led to Turkish dominance over the Serbian Empire? Battle of the Bulge, Battle of Kosovo, or Battle of Sevastopol? The answer is Battle of Kosovo. Question 33. After World War II, which former adversary has Japan not signed a peace agreement with? China, Korea, or Russia? The answer is Russia. Question 34. Why was the south of France's Chauvet Cave, which was found in 1994, designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site 20 years later? Contains some of the largest known caverns, includes some of the earliest known prehistoric paintings, or unique nature variety? The answer, it includes some of the earliest known prehistoric paintings. When was the French law that outlawed Latin expressly and declared that only properly written French was permitted to be found in official and legal records? 1539, 1657, or in 1804? And you can see which leader that was under. The answer is 1539, under Francis I. Which royal house was ruled by King Henry VIII? Norman, Tudor, or York? Norman, Tudor, or York? The answer is Tudor, King Henry VIII of the Tudors. Question 37. Which of these nations is connected to Maria Theresa? Austria, Netherlands, or Sweden? The answer is Austria. Question 38. What is the legendary event from 1215 that took place in Runnymede, England? King Alfred burned the original Magna Carta, King John accepted the Magna Carta, or Richard the Lionheart announced the Third Crusade? The answer is King John accepted the Magna Carta. Who was the 9-year-old son of King John and Isabella who rose to become King of England? George IV, Henry III, or William II? The answer is Henry III. Question 40. What has been the primary cause of the millions of refugees who have been internally displaced or who have fled to the nations in the Middle East and Europe since the start of 2011? Climate change and disasters, Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea, or Syrian civil war? The correct answer is the Syrian civil war. Question 41. Which of these ships was constructed for Henry VIII and sank in 1545, only to be found again in 1982? Mary Celeste, Mary Poppins, or Mary Rose? The answer is Mary Rose. Question 42. Once a part of St James's Palace, what royal residence served as Princess Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh's London home between 1949 and 1952? Clarence House, Kensington Palace, or Hampton Court? The answer is Clarence House. 43. After hearing US President Barack Obama's speech, David Letterman said it was good to have a US president who knew how to pronounce what word? Guns, Iraq, or nuclear? The answer is nuclear. 44. Which nation did Gough Whitlam lead as Prime Minister between 1972 and 1975? Australia, Fiji, or Tahiti? The answer is Australia. Question 45. What was the name given to the unintentional destruction of British trawlers and fishermen in 1904 during the Russo-Japanese War by Russian Navy ships? Dogger Bank Incident, Froggers Sank Disaster, or Jogger Frank Tragedy? The answer is the Dogger Bank Incident. We're now moving on to some questions about iconic people. At the London Live 8 concert in 2005, which rock group performed together for the first time in more than 20 years? Pink Floyd, The Kinks, or The Yardbirds? The answer is Pink Floyd. Question 47. Which of these movies featured the title character played by Graham Chapman? Hamlet, Life of Brian, or Waiting for Godot? The answer is Monty Python's Life of Brian. Question 48. Which actor, known more for drama than humour, starred in the 1963 American comedy film It's a Mad, 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 Mad World? Was it Cary Grant, Humphrey Bogart, or Spencer Tracy? The answer is Spencer Tracy. 49. In addition to creating the Menai Suspension Bridge, Thomas Telford is well known for creating a design dubbed the Telford what? Bridge, church, or palace? The answer is the Telford Church. Question 50. At the age of 34, Catherine Mansfield, a writer of short stories, passed away in 1923 from what? Tuberculosis, digestion, or consumption? And we are at the halfway point in this quiz. The answer then to question 50 is tuberculosis. Which musician made his debut with the song The Class, which showcased his versatility as a singer? Chubby Checker, Elvis Presley, or Frank Sinatra? The answer is Chubby Checker. 52. What was Uday Shankar an internationally recognised pioneer of? Modern Indian acting, modern Indian dance, or modern Indian literature? The answer is modern Indian dance. Question 53. Which paralytic disease's cause has been extensively studied by Dr. Hans Rosling? Which paralytic disease's cause has been extensively studied by Dr. Hans Rosling? Is it Bell's palsy, Konzo, or multiple sclerosis? And the answer is Konzo. What uncommon physical ailment affects English artist Alison Lapper, who co-starred with her son in the BBC documentary series Child of Our Time? Fibrodysplasia, phocomelia, or phocomalia? The answer is phocomelia. Question 55. Who was the first Windsor family monarch in British history? Elizabeth I, George V, or Victoria? The answer is George V. Question 56. What did Konrad Lorenz, the 1973 Nobel Prize recipient, obtain his prize for? Discoveries on organisation and elicitation of behaviour patterns, discoveries concerning the chemical structure of antibodies, or the discovery of vitamin D3? The answer is discoveries on organisation and elicitation of behaviour patterns. What is the most well-known field of work Alessandro Volta is associated with? Architecture, electricity, or steam-powered locomotives? The answer is electricity. 58. Who composed the soundtrack for the critically acclaimed musical picture from 1961, which Steven Spielberg directed the remake of? Aaron Copland, George Gershwin, or Leonard Bernstein? The answer is Leonard Bernstein. 59. Charles III John, or Charles XIV John, was who? Emperor of Austria and Hungary, King of Sweden and Norway, or ruler of the East India Company? The answer is the King of Sweden and Norway. 60. What made Malik Sidibe well known throughout the world? Actor, football player, or photographer? And the correct answer is photographer. 61 is going to be the first question in our pop culture round. Complete the name of the 1979 movie Monty Python's Adventures in Avalon, Holy Grail, or Life of Brian? Well, although they did do Holy Grail, it was Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Therefore, the answer is Life of Brian. 62. In Brittany, what was the Cèze Breu? A group of factories, a network of artists, or a secret military weapon? The answer is a network of artists. On to question 63. What was the first commercial television show that served as the model for American Idol? Got Talent, Pop Stars, or The X Factor? The answer is Pop Stars. Question 64. Which Reese Witherspoon movie bore the same name as a Lynyrd Skynyrd song? American Pie, Everything is Bigger in Texas, or Sweet Home Alabama? The answer is Sweet Home Alabama. Question 65. What best describes Italian physician Dr. Matteo Thun, whose work may involve, among other things, bottles and cutlery? Architect and designer, artist, modern art, or plastic surgeon? The answer is architect and designer. Which television series did the Goa'ulds appear in? Apologies for any mispronunciation there. Is it Star Trek, Star Wars, or Stargate SG-1? The answer is Stargate SG-1. Question 67. Which 2002 book was adapted into a movie 6 years later, starring Queen Latifah and Dakota Fanning? A Bug's Life, The Secret Life of Bees, or Taxi? The answer is The Secret Life of Bees. 68. Which movie included Rose and Jack as the main characters? Cheaper by the Dozen, Pirates of the Caribbean, or Titanic? The answer is Titanic. 69. Which Alan Ayckbourn play requires a set that has 3 double beds on stage at once? Beds Are Burning, Bedroom Farce, or Bedtime Story? The answer is Bedroom Farce. Question 70. Which piece of music by Mike Oldfield was published as an album in 1973 with a single track on each side? Circular Paths, Square Guitar, or Tubular Bells? The answer is Tubular Bells. Question 71. Who is the author of a web series from 2006 about world governance? Aaron Yonder, Francis Stokes, or Curtis Selletta? The answer is Francis Stokes. Question 72. In Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, who is the lawyer? Brown, Jaggers, or Smith? The answer is Jaggers. 73. Which of the following is a Henry Fielding novel? James Brown, Rick James, or Tom Jones? The answer is Tom Jones. 74. Which painter from the 20th century was dubbed Jack the Dripper by the press of the time and claimed to have pioneered a new style called action painting? Andy Warhol, Jackson Pollock, or Salvador Dali? The answer is Jackson Pollock. 75. Which of these is employed by the fictitious New York Crime Scene Investigation Division? Captain Jack Sparrow, Detective Mac Taylor, or Inspector Gadget? The answer is Detective Mac Taylor. And now we're moving on to some questions about geography. In the state of New York, which of these is not a prison? Antarctica, Sing Sing, or Rikers Island? The answer is Antarctica. 77. What occupies the island of Nishinoshima southeast of Tokyo almost exclusively? Active volcano cones, bunnies, or US Army bases? The answer is active volcanic cones. What two islands does the Sunda Strait separate? Java and Sumatra, Papua New Guinea and New Zealand, or Lombok and Kalimantan? The answer is Java and Sumatra. 79. Sucre is the capital of what country? Brazil, Belarus, or Bolivia? The answer is Bolivia. Question 80. Which word best characterises a system of government where a single person holds all the authority? Autocracy, democracy, or liberal? The answer is autocracy. Question 81. Lake George is located where? Australia, Canada, or United States? Lake George is located in the United States. 82. Which of these nations was referred to by European traders as the grain or pepper coast up to the 19th century? Guinea, Liberia, or Mozambique? The answer is Liberia. 83. Which US state capital has the lowest population? Augusta, Honolulu, or Montpellier? The answer is Montpellier. Question 84. Which of the following countries is landlocked? Albania, Czech Republic, or Montenegro? Of those, the only country that is landlocked is Czech Republic. Question 85. Which continent is home to the Kalahari Desert? Africa, Asia, or Australia? The Kalahari Desert can be found in Africa. Question 86. Which river had the Three Gorges Dam built on it? Caroni, Euphrates, or Yangtze? The answer is the Yangtze River. Question 87. Which hurricane in September 2019 destroyed almost everything on the Abaco Islands? Guatemala, Panama, or Venezuela? The answer is Guatemala. 88. Which surface type dominates the Gobi Desert? Gravel, ice, or sand? The answer is gravel. Question 89. Montego Bay is located where? Greece, Italy, or Jamaica? The answer is Jamaica. 90. Which city in the United States is the furthest south? Albuquerque, Las Vegas, or Phoenix? The answer is Phoenix. And now to finish off our quiz, we always have a mystery round of 10 questions that could be about absolutely anything. What colour is the Golden Gate Bridge? Crimson red, golden yellow, or vermilion orange? They're all classed as the international colours, as you can see on the answers there. The correct answer is vermilion orange. Who was the director of Heath Ledger's last movie he appeared in? Christopher Nolan, Neil Armfield, or Terry Gilliam? The answer is Terry Gilliam, and it was The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Ernesto Che Guevara was employed as a photographer and journalist when he made friends and allied himself with whom? Augusto Pinochet, Fidel Castro, or Hugo Chavez? The answer is Fidel Castro. 94. Who wrote the three plays that are generally referred to as the Passion Play? Who wrote the three plays that are generally referred to as the Passion Play? Oh, we'll get that question out. Is it Jacques Schur, Michael Sheen, or Sarah Ruhl? The answer is Sarah Ruhl. Question 95. Who composed the tune that Miley Cyrus twerked to in 2013? Billy Ray Cyrus, J Dash, or Kanye West? The answer is J Dash. Who was Johann Reichardt, who passed away in 1972? A judicial executioner, designer of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or terrorist from Syria? The answer is a judicial executioner. 97. Which of the following is an antelope species? Corvette, Camaro, or Impala? The answer is an Impala. 98. Which Christian church keeps Saturday as the Sabbath? Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Greek Orthodox Church, or the Seventh-day Adventist Church? The answer is the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Which country is the birthplace of adventurer and mountaineer Edmund Hillary? Australia, Indonesia, or New Zealand? The answer is New Zealand. And question 100. At some point in 660 BC, King Byzas established a city. What is the name that this city formally adopted in 1930? Constantinople, Istanbul, or Philadelphia? The answer is Istanbul. And here's a bonus question. How many sides does a pentagon have? And you can let us know the answer to that one in the comments. And while you're there, let us know any points you scored, because that is the end of the quiz. And yes, we'd love to know how you did. So please look at these Quiz Class Einstein rewards. And remember to let us know how you ranked in the comments below. Thanks so much for playing this quiz and joining us today at Quiz Class. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified on all of our upcoming videos. There are plenty of quizzes already uploaded that you can try right away, so please do get involved. My name's Ellis and I've been your host today. You've been brilliant. Thanks a lot for joining us at Quiz Class. We'll see you next time.